And welcome back to the Washington Commanders replacement series, where in week 6, we probably have our best chance at getting our first win. 2 0-5 teams, us and the Chicago Bears. We're definitely going to have to do a good job of containing Justin Fields, but for us, the main thing that we're going to be focusing on is our receiving group, because we need to find someone who could get the job done more consistently and a little bit more downfield. In between episodes, I did go through the free agent pool, and while there were some guys who definitely had much better route running than anyone we have on our team, they didn't come with any speed. I think one guy had like 85 speed, 85 acceleration. One was an 83 speed, which I don't think would work out very well for us. If we're forced to go there, then that's where we have to go. But really, Dylan Stoner is the slowest receiver I want. He has 87 speed, but he also has one of our best accelerations. The receiver we added is Tim Jones, so well in the mix of the overall that we have for most of our receivers. He is a second-year receiver out of Southern Miss, 6'1", 210, very similar to a lot of our guys. His ratings, and the reason I brought him in, is because he will have, I think, our second best short route running and one of our better medium route runnings. He's not a very well-polished guy, I mean, he's a 64 overall. But he also has 73 release, which should help on the outside. And hopefully, that's where we see him play and play well. One other guy who I would like to see a little bit more action from is Cade Johnson. He really hasn't seen a whole lot of play time, also a second-year player. He is out of South Dakota State. He's on the smaller side, 5'10", 184. He has, some decent speed, good acceleration, has some solid hands. Doesn't come with great route running, but once again has at least the short route running in the 70s. Release is about non-existent, so it makes it difficult as towards how we get him out there. He does have some after-the-catch ability, though. So it puts us in a strange spot because Dylan Stoner is our slot receiver. He is our most reliable, I feel, receiver out there. We throw the ball at him, and most of the time, he catches it. But he is our slot. Cade Johnson is also a slot. We know that Seth Williams has to play on the outside. He has one of our best releases. He's more of, I would say, the physical archetype of our receiving group, 6'3", 220. Stoner, like I mentioned, he is our slot. I was hoping to find a deep element for the team. We'll test out Tim Jones in that aspect. And the next guy up in the slot will just have to be Cade Johnson. We'll see how well he could do in that spot. We are over the roster limit, so we will have to make a cut. And I think that's going to be Isaiah Zuber. He technically was our highest overall receiver at the beginning, but he doesn't have a way to get on the field. He has next to no release. Route running isn't very good. Potentially, he makes a comeback on a practice squad in the future, but for now, we will be releasing him. And that is all the changes to the roster, just the one receiver coming in. I did try to move a running back with some good receiving ratings to the receiver spot. He was too high of an overall for the 65 limit. So just one guy picked up. We'll see what he could do today. And the defense is up first as we'll be kicking the ball off. So, it should be first unless something crazy happens here on the return, which they don't even have to take, and they won't take. So they'll be starting at the 25. Justin Fields and the Bears come out, and they're going to go I formation to start off with. Stretch to the top. They cut back in, and there's a nice fill by Muse. He's one of our middle linebackers, at least when we come out in the more base package. He has plenty of speed, but not a whole lot of cover ability. Although it looks like he's in here, so I might need to check my depth chart in case Madden messed with it. Scramble from Fields, and he has plenty of room to run and will slide down, avoiding the tackle. 24 yards in his first carry. And that's, not a great sign considering we did tell the defense to limit the scrambles in practice this week. Maybe it's a good thing Muse is out there because he has close to 90 speed, although Fields looked like he had no speed on that play. Tackle for a loss by Allen. Granted, Madden isn't great at handling quarterbacks who like to run around a lot, so we'll see if that comes into effect here, especially with his passing accuracy. He steps up here, will slide down. At least he's being smart about it. 3rd and 6, they come out empty set, trips to the right, 2 to the left, and they have a wide open guy down the seam. He takes a good hit, but holds on to it. Claypool, 1st down inside the red zone. So I wouldn't say accuracy affected so far. Granted, he was wide open. They'll go right down the middle. Montgomery has some room to kind of rumble a little bit. Only a gain of 2, though. And on 2nd and 8, drop back to shotgun. Trips to the left-hand side. One just off the screen to the right. They go with a run down the middle. We tried to fill, and at least we'll get him down prior to the 1st down. But not a whole lot prior to. 3rd and 1. Come out with 2 receivers either side. Montgomery in the backfield will send a quick blitz. And the safety, I don't even know what happened to him on that play. Commit into the end zone. Touchdown Bears. They take an early lead. And not the best start to this primetime Thursday night game. Offense takes the field for the first time. We'll start off with a run. Patient run will actually get us forward for a gain of 5. Borghi with the rush. And with this obviously being a Thursday night game, both of the sides of the ball not starting off with their full stamina. So we'll see how well or how much that affects the game. Go the dump off here, and that pass should have stayed more to the outside, but Muse gets the catch and the 1st down. As for the change to receiver, it does have Jones to the left-hand side. Williams moves over to the right. The left-hand side is where we get most of the deep passes. That's where we go here. He has the separation from the corner, but the safety, Eddie Jackson, he flies over and knocks it away. 2nd and 10 will come out with the the RPO, the proper way to say it. Down the middle we go. Borghi tries to run through a defender and we'll power forward. Only a gain of 4 though. Felt like that should have been a little bit more. But we'll take it. 3rd and 6. Run some curl routes. Look for maybe Muse underneath. Depends on what these tight end or linebackers do. Wow. We'll go to the tight end though. Who'll get us the 1st? Single high safety. Might be a nice time to try to hit Jones deep. Let's keep Borghi back here to block. I know our interior offensive lineman isn't great at that. Pass to the outside and a nice grab by Dylan Stoner. A little bit too far outside, but he at least makes up for the pass. And following a very quick failed attempt to challenge said catch that was very much a completion, we'll have our 1st and 10. Trying to find somewhere to go. Tosses one back shoulder and yeah, same story, different play. So now we're going to have to rely on this defense making a much better stand this go around. They start with a run, cut back by Montgomery, and he will get about 5 more yards on 1st down. So on 2nd and 5, they'll come out bunch to the right. We've seen a lot of bunch, and we've done fairly well against it, and Allen came up short on the dive attempt there. Luckily, some other defenders to the outside will get the stop, only a gain of 1. And now 3rd and 4, another bunch look, this time spread a little bit to the left-hand side. Comment to the right, and that one knocked away. Number 26 swats it down, and now they'll have to punt. And that was a much better go-around for our defense. Let's see if our offense can improve even more upon that as we start with a rollout here. Nothing quite breaking open. We'll go underneath here, get the catch. Nice job there by Jones. And a good job by Cam to put it where only Jones could get it. And obviously, with this being a Thursday night game, Jones had maybe 2 days to learn the offense. So I'm sure he's in the huddle talking to some of the receivers like, what route am I running here? Nice grab there by Muse on the rollout. And that's how we will end the 1st quarter. We're down 7. Looking for the offense to take charge here. And we'll start with a double running back set. Going to go with that RPO swing pass here. Going to see what this outside corner does. He steps in. We'll swing it to the outside. Need the block. And I guess we kind of got something there from Williams. But we get the 1st down with Calais. And that's what matters the most. So 1st and 10 in plus territory. 2 to the left, 1 to the right. Although they're doing a pretty good job covering this. Toss this out and that'll just hit the turf. 2nd and 10. Gonna go with a run play here. I'd like to get at least some yardage here. Borghi will maybe get 3. And apparently 3 was too much to ask for. So 3rd and 8. Mark it only as a gain of 2. Let's shorten Stoner's route here. Go right at the line of scrimmage. Cut right in. That's where we go. Pass a little bit behind him, but he gets the grab. He also came to head coach Shane Falco and said, listen, I understand the receiving group is struggling. Find me out there. I want a big game. Get me 100 yards. So we'll see if we can do that. But we're going to go deep to the back corner, and we had him. Cam Newton just not able to find the new receiver Jones. Had his guy beat. Well, we'll work on that connection, hopefully. And we need to roll out here. Can we dump this one off? No. I was almost intercepted, and a flag is down. But that'll help. Justin Jones, roughing the passer. First down to the 14. So let's send Jones on the slant on that far left-hand side. Stoner, I want towards that front pylon. One-on-one, he has the release to the outside. Can he get the grab? No, pass just not far enough out in front. Now granted, Stoner's goal doesn't include touchdowns, but it's yardage either way. Gonna go with the slant routes here, gonna roll out, throw, and that pass wildly inaccurate for Cam Newton. The second interception of the day for Gordon. I mean, that was like 7-8 yards out in front. We might need to put in cone. We can't have a nice long drive like that end in a turnover. We need points here. We're looking for our first win. Pass to the outside goes Clement. We'll find about 7 yards. 7 yards. And the hard part with poor corners is even when we try to get a blitz here, it's going to be difficult to get to Fields, even with a free rusher like Toney there. Does manage to at least get in his face, slow down, or at least cause Fields to scramble a little bit, throw off the read. We go with another one here, and that one's thrown behind, but Claypool still gets a catch, still stumbling forward down to the 37 with a massive first down. And corner group is definitely probably one of the spots we'll we will be addressing, at least in the free agent pool when we get to the end of this first season, where we can bring guys in who are at least a 70 or lower. Because at least as we stand right now, none of these corners have really impressed. We've moved them around a good bit. Might need to look off roster at one point, but for now, we'll see if any of them can make a stand. And speaking of making a stand, that's what we're going to need to do here on 3rd and 2. They go with a run down the middle, and absolutely no one is there. They they obliterated us, but were they holding? I mean, we'll take the block in the back. Let's rerun it. The block in the back was downfield, so it ends up still being another 3rd and 2. They go with a pass this time. Underneath, caught, first down. Same result, pretty much to the same exact spot of the field, too. As I mentioned, cornerback group really struggling. That might be the next place we take a look in the free agent pool. See if there's a move or two we can make to try to shore things up. And a nice job by Shaka Toney. Gets to the outside and brings down Montgomery for a short gain, maybe about half a yard. We'll stay out in the double A gap look, and we'll send the blitz once again. We got to find a way to get in Fields' face, because coverage sure isn't working, but if he could scramble after, it's not going to be very good, because there's not going to be anyone there for a good little bit. So another first down for the Bears. They get down to the 30. Read option. We have some guys there, and there's a stop in the backfield for Muse. And Muse, honestly, probably should just be in a quarterback spy for this entire game. But there's the 2-minute warning. We'll catch our breath. Also let the field catch his breath. So 2nd and 10. They come out with a pass and an easy pass to Clement as they get down to the 14. So far, all pretty easy going for the Bears. -1 drive. Have a couple guys cross the middle. Wiggins in pursuit. And as well as Muse, will force Fields to slide. About 1:15 on the clock before halftime, as Bears try to go up 2 possessions. Muse going to need to drop back. They go to the outside. Clement with another catch, shy of the first. And a bunch look here as they make an audible, so just kidding. Go to a 2-receiver set to that left-hand side. They go the quick pass. Our corners run into each other, and Claypool, my bad, celebrating in the end zone. And you know the drill. Less than 2 minutes left. Ogala's coming out here. Doesn't matter how many interceptions he's thrown. He has the best arm. We'll see what he could do. Open receiver across the middle. That's going to be Cade Johnson, his first action. It was a big gain. Go to hurry up here. Try to go with a quick play. Smart down the seam. Looks like a really good option. Although the linebacker stays up with him. Oh, he dropped it. I thought that was a touchdown, but he dropped it. We have 37 seconds, so we don't have to take huge chunks down to the end zone, but really would have liked that. How about we go with Smart here and call one of those said timeouts. So now 31 seconds on the clock, 4 receivers to the left, Williams alone to the right-hand side. Hard count, no one jumps. How about back of the end zone, passes a little underthrown, and that might have cost us a touchdown. Just put a little bit more air under that, and Williams was behind the DBs. But we'll go again. 2nd and 10. Waiting for something to open up. Nothing quite does. Toss this one up once again for Williams. Skies up and ends up tipping that away from the triple coverage. So now 3rd and 10. We could very much use the first down. Send Borgie on an actual wheel route here. Had a quick release by the tight end. We'll go underneath to him. Smart with the grab. First down, 2nd timeout. And that was Cone on the throw too. Look for Stoner here to the back corner. See what the over-the-top safety does. Actually read that very well. Not much opening up. We'll roll out and throw this one away. 9 seconds left. Look for Smart towards the front pylon. Maybe Jones over the top of the safety. They do go one-on-one, and that's a nice break. And the catch? No? 1 timeout left. Do we... No, we can't even go for the challenge because it's inside 2 minutes. Well, at least let's get a replay of that. Let's see, at least for ourselves, if we got ripped off here. We just wait for the break. Downfield. Had the release. Got the catch. And yeah, he was out. 2nd foot definitely. I don't even know if the 1st foot came in. So good call from the refs. We could kick the field goal here, but we need a touchdown. We're down 2 possessions here. A couple corner routes, which they cover very well. Toss this one out late to Stoner. It was just, yeah, it's what it is. We'll head into halftime. Another interception. Does it really matter? Not really. I'm pretty sure we're going to be setting a record for the worst turnover differential anyway, so no problem. Passing, 128 yards, rushing, 11 yards. Just in general, this game has been very iffy. Here's the games to come, but doesn't quite really matter, so it'll be a quick halftime report. And luckily, we will be getting the ball to start the second half. A touchdown there at the end would have been fantastic. Would have given us an opportunity to tie things up. But instead, we'll get the ball here. Decent return by Williams. We'll go again. We'll probably see a bit more of Cone and Dolgala the second half. See if either of them can get something going here. One-on-one? No! Nice job from the corner. Maybe shouldn't test him too much. He does have 2 picks. But we do also need to see what Jones can do, if he's our guy or if he's not our guy. 2nd and 10. Go with out route to Smart, and that about 8 yards off target. So we're quickly back to 3rd and 10. Go with some curl routes here to the outside. Nice catch there from Jones. Had to recover from a poor throw as we go to the hurry up here. Try to capitalize off that first down. Go with the run, and our left guard had no idea what he was doing. So we'll only manage about a gain of 1 on that play. Make it audible here. We'll try to set up the receiver screen, but man-on-man's not going to work very well. We'll go with Stoner on the zig. He'll get forward for 8. And on 3rd and 1. Stay out in a spread look here. Go with a patient run down the middle. Borgie, first down, still not down yet, and there's the whistle. We'll stay out, same formation. Cone's still in at quarterback. Let's go back to those corner routes. I'm sure at some point they won't have these things double covered. Maybe not. We'll take the sack, 2nd and 17. So another switcheroo at quarterback. Dolgala back out there as we spread empty here. Try to find something open quick, and probably should have actually gone to Cade, the slot. At least get something there. 3rd and 13, more manageable. Not great, but more manageable. Hard count, no one jumps. How about Stoner? Not an accurate throw, and a flag down. And after yet another holding call on just an already bad play, we will go ahead and punt this one away. But can we get a good punt? Something positive here? Looks like a good one. We'll see how the bounce back goes, and that's bouncing way too far back. That's the luck, right? Still looking for our first points on the board. Can it come from our defense? Toney clean off the edge, and there's a sack fumble. Come on, Toney, stay on your feet. Scoop it up. Why did you dive for it? Get back on your feet, and there's the touchdown. Not how you wrote it up. Not what you thought would happen after the play or during the play. But it works. Fields just, I guess, negative stamina there. Lack of awareness, dazed and confused. Great play by Toney, the single man effort, and we're on the board, finally. Well, there's a little bit of momentum, a little bit of something to make the fans happy here. 1st and 10, they go with a draw down the middle. Montgomery forward for a gain of 6. Only his 8th carry of the day, but it feels like it should be his 23rd. 2nd and 4. Hot route or an audible made by Fields here. They go with a pass. He's going to scramble to the top. We have a couple guys in pursuit. Going to whiff on some tackles, and eventually we'll bring him out of bounds at the 41 as an injured Curtis Samuel for the Bears. He'll head to the locker room to get that injury checked out. The Bears will continue their drive on offense. 1st and 10 up to the 41. They go with a run down the middle, and not able to run through the entire line is Toney. But Montgomery does run through the line for a gain of 7. And they'll follow it up by going bunch to the right-hand side. Go with the draw, and there's a good hit from Muse. Will be a tackle at the line of scrimmage. Not bad. So now 3rd and 3, they're going to come out with trips to the right, make an audible. Well, actually basically end up flipping it. Trips now to the left. We're still going to bring the blitz. Toney trying to get around the edge. Does get by Montgomery, but Kmet gets open in time with the catch and the first. I would love to see what Toney could do with some decent coverage, just to buy him a little bit more time. Couple underneath passes, and they go a little bit further. Claypool with yet another catch. I want to say has 1 or 2 touchdowns on the day. And it might be both of the touchdowns for the Bears. I can't remember. Either way, he's having a good game. And back to that bunch look once again. Left-hand side this time. Kmet spread to the right. Have a couple guys trailing, and Fields will scramble. 1st down. Or not 1st down, surprisingly. Gain of 4 on 1st down. We'll bring up 2nd and 4. Another bunch look. Maybe we just need to start sending some more blitzes. And that pass thrown right behind the safety coming down. And they'll find Mooney for this time an actual 1st down. And that'll put him inside the 10 down to the 8. Trips again to the left-hand side. Fields making a change. Have some underneath routes. They go. Big hit. No fumble. And that was Curtis Samuel who just had the catch and the big hit, so it looks like his injury is not significant. He's back in. They go with the goal line look here, and no one's going to touch Montgomery into the end zone for yet another touchdown for the Bears. But we're not out of it yet. We still have 30 seconds over a quarter left. We'll see if we could grab some points. Gonna need to step up here with Cone, find some room to run, scramble, get the 1st down. Maybe we just need to do that more ourselves. He's not the fastest quarterback, but he's not the slowest. So we'll use whatever we have. Go with another pass here. Gonna need to roll out. Again, nothing there. Throw it away. That also ends the 3rd quarter and starts the 4th quarter here. 2nd and 10. They come out double A-gap look. We'll try to run right through it. And we'll get a pretty decent amount of yards there. We'll make it 3rd and manageable. Gonna look for the underneath route here by Smart. He's typically gotten open fairly regularly. Doesn't really so there, but we'll go with Jones to the opposite side. And we'll get the 1st down catch. I've also kind of forgot up to this point that Stoner wants 100 yards, and he's well shy of that at 37. So not that we're wanting to try to force him the ball, but if we could get it to him, that would surely be helpful. But I can't miss an opportunity like what Borgie just got us with the is it angle route, Texas route. I feel like I've heard it 87 different ways. How about a pass across the middle? Stoner, and it's intercepted. That's why I say don't try to force it to him. It was one-on-one. It was a great play made by the corner. Now, if our defense can do that, that would be very handy. We'll see if they even go with much more passing, considering they should be running the clock out. They're going to go on the run, and Fields takes a big hit by Blackwell. We'll see how well he could play after a big hit like that. We've seen that he's actually bounced back pretty well after some of these hits. Montgomery with a first down run there with the stretch at the end. And they'll just continue running their spread look, and they do so typically with multiple receivers to one side. That really takes away the corner blitz. So it really limits the kind of pressure that we can bring, although typically doesn't help out too much. And can we stop whiffing on tackles? Claypool, first down. Yeah, I definitely think this DB group is going to need a second look. So we'll take a look at the free agents in between episode once again, and that'll be the focus next episode. Toney off the edge. Would have got there if we had any amount of coverage for like 2 seconds. We at least get the tackle quickly, so it's not a big gain. Empty look here. We're going to stay with the same double A gap blitz. Seems to be the only way we could get some pressure in here on Fields. They bring 3 over to the right, 1 to the left. Toney, quick pressure, and 2 receivers could have caught that. Samuel ends up with it in a short gain. That leaves 3rd and 6. I would imagine they would pass the ball here. That's what they typically do. A scramble also from Fields is very possible. Try to get Toney off the edge. A little slow, and he whiffed on the sack, but a flag comes out late. And that one we could go ahead and decline. 4th and 6, punt us the ball back, please. 3 minutes, 24 seconds. We have all 3 timeouts, and we need 2 touchdowns. Gonna need to roll out here, try to buy some time. Can we throw this thing out late? One-on-one, Williams at the sideline, and he can't grab it. Nice knock away by Johnson. 2nd and 10, some more spread look, this time a bunch, and then Borgie, he heads all the way out to the right-hand side. Try to see if we could set something up right down the middle, and we miss the pass. The accuracy is not there from Dugala. But he also has the strongest arm on the team, so again, puts us in a weird situation. We'll run it back this time with Cam. See if something pops open. Smart, and an inaccurate pass intercepted. We might also need to look at the quarterback spot, because there are a lot of turnovers. Expected, though, with this low of overall quarterbacks. So unless this defense can really come up big, looks like our opportunity for our first win still has not been achieved. They go with a run down the middle, and Fields will slide down to the 4. Staying in that shotgun look. 2 receivers, 2 running backs, 1 tight end. And eventually they will snap it right now. There it is. Go with a run to the left-hand side. Montgomery won't break the tackle. Nice tackle in open field by Wiggins. That was not a tackle he was able to make against Derrick Henry for obvious reasons, but still seeing, I guess, that improvement. Need to highlight improvement when we do see it. Gonna switch the play here is Fields. Toney around the edge. Will at least throw off the pass. No touchdown there. They will send out the field goal unit, though. Not that they really need any more points, but it will make it a 3-score advantage. And they snap the ball. Kick is up, and it is through. At this point, we're just looking for some amount of points put up by our offense. Because remember, the only touchdown we have was on the sack, fumble, scoop, and score by Shaka Toney. Offense hasn't done anything. And while this defense has some good players, they're not great. They're a 78, 79. So we should be able to get something going, but we really just have not been able to. Cam Newton will scramble here, though, get the first down. We'll run some hurry up. And probably shouldn't have, because this formation really only has 2, maybe 3 passing plays. Gonna go for Jones, and he can't hold on to it. A little under a minute left. Gonna need to make another audible here because they're manned up on the receiver screen, and that's not gonna help us out very much. Cut, nice catch. Smart has done pretty well when given the opportunity out there as a stretch tight end. We'll hit the hurry up here, switch sides of the field. We're going to the 4 verts. Like I said, we just want to have some amount of points on the board here for our offense. It's a disappointing day, but one that could have some positives. We find Cade Johnson here. Gets the catch down to the 11. We'll call a timeout. Now, this is the area of the field we have struggled a little bit at. I want to go with an out route at the line to gain, basically the goal line with Williams here. See if we could get the outside. No, they do a great job covering that. Gonna need to just roll out here. Cone, give us what you can. And that's not it. Don't fumble the ball, even if it's out of bounds. 2nd and 7. Try to set up the running back screen here. Maybe that'll give us something here. We have a lead blocker. Try to find some room. Power through. Stretches for it. And we're down to the 1. Call us a 2nd timeout. We'll bring out the big running back in Huntley, and that ball looks like it's honestly crossed the plane, but whatever. We'll go with one more run down the middle, and they say that one isn't good. Come on. Well, we want a touchdown on offense. We're going to Stoner on the zig as long as he gets that separation. He really doesn't, but he still gets the touchdown catch. Didn't have the 100 yards he was looking for. At least we get him into the end zone for another touchdown on the season. But that'll wrap this thing up. Wasn't a great game. Didn't see the showing we were looking for. I mean, Jones made some good plays. He helped maybe secure that catch there. But overall, not quite where we're needing to be. And at least we were able to get a touchdown on both sides of the ball. That is something new. Turnovers are awful. We definitely forced the passing in this game because we wanted to test out the receivers. Past this point, I think the offense really needs to focus in on the running game. I think that's where we are the best. So that'll be the focus moving forward from there. And next up, we will be facing a much tougher defense and a tougher offense. Jair Alexander kind of is the, I guess, main guy, you could say, of the Packers defense. They have plenty of other good guys that are out there. The quarterback, Aaron Rodgers, we know what he could do, but it also depends on what kind of Aaron Rodgers shows up. Is it going to be old man Rodgers or clutch Rodgers? We'll definitely have to test out some new corners possibly against Aaron Rodgers and hopefully get the offense going, focusing more on the running game in the next episode. So make sure you stay tuned as we continue to look for our first win. We're 0-6. It could only go up from here. So make sure you subscribe if you're not already and tick that bell icon to be notified of when these videos go live. 4 videos are brought to you every single week. 2 from this series on Monday and Thursday. And then Wednesday and Saturday is our state-only challenge. We started a new one last week, I believe, at least if I'm remembering when this video goes out. So if you haven't checked that one out, I suggest you do. And until next time, where we will most likely have some new players out there. We'll see you later. Bye.